Get another shout out to Hoover Elementary in Enid. Good news, everybody. Katie has found Kaylee. We got another kid taken care of today. Thank you so much for all your help on that. Gentlemen, let's give it up one more time to Alicia Priest, president of the OEA.
Okay, I promised the students of Seminole High School that I give a shout out to Seminole. All right, as you know, the cell service is not working so well, so I haven't gotten an update from what's going on inside. I'm sure that it's all good. So, as soon as we hear, we will make announcements about that. Right now, I would like to introduce to you the Kiowa Tribal Vice Chair, Charles Eisenberger.
Thank you very much. Look at you people, you're beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very awesome, very moving. It touches my heart to see everybody out here pouring their hearts into an issue that needs to be dealt with now. As a tribal leader, we all know that gaming funds are given to the state. The state takes them and they allocate where they're supposed to go. The intention of that money between tribes and the state compact, that was intended to go towards education specifically. But obviously that's not happening because we're all here, right? So as a tribal leader, I will speak for my Kiowa tribe and for tribes out there. We will get to the bottom of where our money is going to. The children are our future. The backbone are our teachers and our educators. Let's let our legislators know that our hearts and our minds are behind the teachers, educators, students, the people, the kids that aren't even born yet. We need to build a road, build a path for them so they can come into a system that is ready to equip them to face this world we live in. I thank you for your time. I love all of you. Oklahoma, go Oklahoma, lead the path. Aho.
All right, I have much pleasure to introduce the next speaker, who was one of my students, as was her sister from Yukon, Oklahoma, now a second-year teacher of first graders at Stand Wadey Elementary, Morgan Smith.
little nervous. I'm used to speaking in front of people who are about 3 feet tall. But like I've seen a lot of signs proclaiming the last few days, you know it's bad when the introverts are out here. I am walking because my first year of teaching, we did a science unit over the life cycle of a mealworm. Neither the school or I could afford to even go to PetSmart to get real bugs at the time, so we watched a lot of videos. Only my smartboard didn't work, and I didn't have functional computer speakers. So 28 second graders huddled around my laptop to watch soundless videos. I am walking because that same year, my air conditioner did not work until early October. There were days in my room that were over 80 degrees, and the windows were bolted shut because it was a second floor room. I am walking because at my last school, the principal actually went to the food bank down the street to get approval for anyone coming in saying that they were a teacher or support staff member at our site. Many of us had to use that service out of necessity, and I say because I was one of them. I am walking because the last few weeks I have had no copy paper, so I ran off single copies of worksheets, front and back, then slipped them inside clear page covers made for binders and had students complete them one at a time with dry erase markers, as I had no way of making copies for an entire class. I am walking because one of my amazing current teammates is over 70 years old and has been teaching in Oklahoma for 53 years. But she switched districts about 10 years ago and was not able to afford to retire. I am walking because now that I'm grown, the thought of making the same salary that my former teachers still make has me entirely in knots. Especially since one of them, the amazing Cheryl Taylor, adopted my classroom anyways. And many former teachers and mentors of mine, Mandy Chapman Roach, Greg Bunch, and my former Spanish teacher, Alicia Priest, have been joining this movement right alongside me. I am walking because when I found out a friend of mine was looking into purchasing coats for my entire classroom as winter was approaching, I cried myself to sleep for about 3 or 4 days. Because I knew that was something I could never afford to do, even though taking care of my kids is my job. I felt so thankful for the amazing thoughtfulness being shown, but I honestly felt simultaneously guilty for what I couldn't do as a result of my own salary. Lastly, I am walking because I love my job. I love working in inner city OKC. I love the passion my coworkers and students both have for sharing knowledge and bettering the future. I love the kids who still went digging to try to find mealworms at recess, using sporks from their lunch trays because they thought the soundless videos were so cool. I love the first grader who asked a few weeks ago, "Miss Smith, are you broke of money?" and responded, "I think my parents are too," when I said sometimes. In the years since I've been working in public schools, I've been a cook in a restaurant, I've been a hostess, I've been a dog walker, I've been a bar. I've served cocktails at clubs. That was interesting. I've also just been flat broke. It's been okay. I would do any of the things again, but why should I have to? For those who may still be confused, we are not just asking you to give us more money. If it was about only that, we would all be at work. We are asking you to show support for our students through us. I am confident that you could pick any random teacher that you find at the Capitol today, and they would tell you the same thing. Yes, we knew what we were signing up for. Yes, we are extremely sympathetic for parents who are struggling with childcare and food for children at this time, which, a little plug, resources have been allocated towards that. So please see the Oklahoma City Public Schools Facebook for a list of schools open to serve food if you are in need. However, no, we are not sorry about doing what was made necessary in order to get our students the funding they need to get the education they deserve. And I will be here alongside all of you every day until that happens.
That's what it's about. We all want the students that we teach to grow up and do something that they're passionate about and be able to make a living and make a difference. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And we say, do your job. 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 Fund our schools. 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 All right. We have an amazing crowd today. I mean, seriously, I think there are more today than there were on Monday. You guys are making this happen. Standing together for what we believe in. That is unity, and that is power, and that is what we have to take and move our needs forward. Let us endeavor to do this again tomorrow. Let's walk around the Capitol, joining hands, sing Kumbaya or something else, I don't know. Let's make them hear us and circle this Capitol up now. Start walking. Let's start walking.
And I fell heavy into your arms. These days of dark